Coming up on WarrenBiz, this is a special auto show preview edition. WarrenBiz brings you highlights right from the North American International Auto Show at Cobo Hall. The showroom floor is filled with the latest products from automakers across the world. And of course, WarrenBiz will take an inside look at the big three automakers as they unveil their latest creations. Then we'll take a look at the 2012 North American Car and Truck of the Year Award honorees. The WarrenBiz Auto Show preview has this and much more straight ahead. Don't you move, WarrenBiz starts now. Hi everybody, welcome to WarrenBiz. I'm Wanta Kaufman. This is the show that brings you updates on Warren's business community and connects you to all the business resources around the region. But this special edition is all about the auto industry, straight from Cobo Hall at the North American International Auto Show. After all, Warren is the home of the GM Tech Center and Chrysler's Warren Truck Assembly Plant. So it's only fitting that WarrenBiz bring you the latest from the automakers right here from the showroom floor of the auto show. Let's get right to it. After years of negotiations, it's finally settled. The North American International Auto Show stays right here at Cobo Hall, and it will for years to come. The facility is on track to be a premier convention center with renovations reaching almost $300 million, with upgrades, repairs, additional parking, and an additional 25,000 square feet of exhibition space. Cobo Hall is on track to being a first-class high-tech facility. The auto show is set to stay at Cobo Hall through 2017. The big three automakers came out of 2011 flying high with good sales numbers and gains in market share. But at the end of the day, they missed the mark for the 2012 North American Car and Truck of the Year. The honor went to the Hyundai Elantra and the Land Rover Range Rover Evoque. A panel of independent automotive journalists named the Elantra and the Evoque the North American Car and Truck of the Year, titles normally held by the big three automakers. The Elantra came in ahead of the Ford Focus, while the Evoque beat out the BMW X3. Charity and industry preview sales are up significantly. Tickets for the charity preview were $250 each, and proceeds go to a number of local children's charities. This year, the event sold more than 12,000 tickets. And sales soared as the big three automakers closed out 2011, giving hopes that the December sales will set the stage for 2012. We'll take a look at the big three one by one, starting with Chrysler, straight ahead on WarrenBiz. Chrysler starts the new year with a little closet cleaning, axing the caliber, and bringing back the Dodge Dart, an old classic with a sleek new look. Nick Candela has more.
Okay, so we are here at the North American International Auto Show, and we have a very special prize for you here. The 2013 Dodge Dart. What can you tell me a little bit about this vehicle?
Well, this car is all new to the Dodge lineup. It's replacing the Dodge Caliber, which just recently ended production. But it's our first four-door sedan in the compact car segment since the Dodge Neon went out of production in 2005. So we've kind of been out of the market for about almost 8 years. This segment of the market represents about 15% of the overall North American market, and 85% of that market are sedans. So we've been out of it a little while. It represents a great opportunity for us, but it's a very competitive segment. And we've worked also very closely with Fiat, our new counterpart and partner, to help develop this vehicle. It's built on a platform that Fiat launched about a year and a half ago. It was the Alfa Romeo Giulietta, which is the third generation of that particular platform used in Europe. And we have widened it. We've lengthened the track about 3 inches. And we've sized the car from a hatchback as a Giulietta to a sedan. We've been able to equip this car from the lower price classes to maybe the more well-equipped higher price classes to meet all of those customer needs. There's a lot of features that are baked into the content of this car that we previously have used on more premium segment vehicles, but now you can get it available in a compact sedan. So That, in addition to a lot of the technology that we're introducing in this car, first time in the C segment, for example, an 8.4-inch touchscreen center stack radio and heating and air conditioning control unit. Nobody has that in this segment.
And we really do appreciate, the premium amenities in the economical version of the vehicle. So it's very cool. And when can we see this in full production and out on the sales floors?
We will be launching this car in the second quarter of this calendar year.
All right. Well, there you have it. Make sure you look for the new 2013 Dodge Dart in a dealership near you coming up in just a few months. For TV Warren's WarrenBiz, I'm Nick Candela.
The Dodge Dart has a starting price tag just under $16,000. The Durango spices up the showroom floor at the auto show. With a reputation for towing, it's still a family vehicle. Adam Bullis has more.
All right, I landed here at the Dodge Durango. I'm here with Patrick, and we're talking about the 2012 model here. Patrick, this thing is beautiful. This is the RT version. You got the 20-inch rims. Talk a little bit more about this car and talk about some of the features it offers.
Well, the Durango in general is available with two engines, a 3.6-liter V6 and a 5.7-liter Hemi V8. RT comes with the Hemi only, 360 horsepower, class leading. It also has class leading towing of over 7,000 pounds.
All right, now talk about, too, you guys made a little bit of improvement to some of the mileage and the gas mileage in the car as well?
That's right. For V6 for 2012, we actually able to get more fuel economy out of our all-wheel drive model. So now both the rear-wheel drive and the all-wheel drive V6 models get 16 city and 23 highway.
We're coming from Warren here, a lot of families in Warren going up north type of thing. Talk about some of the room inside this and how many it holds and some of the interior features.
Sure. Well, the Durango is standard 7-seater, although we just came out with a new option of second-row captain's chairs, which isn't something you normally see in an SUV. So then it's a 6-seater, but there's a nice center console in the middle. Another nice feature with Durango is it's very easy to get into third row. It's something you typically don't see in a lot of 7-seat SUVs or crossovers. It's kind of difficult to get in the back. The seats in the Durango move out of the way, so it's very easy to get in. There's actually a lot of room in the third row as well.
Okay, talk about some of the towing capabilities of this as well, because, like I said, going back to those families, people going up north, probably towing trailers, things like that, maybe other, utility vehicles and things like that. So talk about the towing on this Durango.
That's right. When you get a V8 Hemi in a Durango, it actually has class-leading towing of over 7,000 pounds. So you can tow some pretty heavy toys going up north.
All right, well, I had a Durango growing up, too, now here, and I know they've changed a lot. They've made a lot of updates, and it seems like the technology is just through the roof.
There's a lot of new technology that you see. For example, cooled seats are an option on Durango. Of course, you have touchscreen nav with a hard drive, so you can store music on there and play it. And all the way to controls on the steering wheel for audio, as well as the little screen in between the gauges that tells you things like fuel economy and mileage and stuff like that.
Well, all right, there you have it, the 2012 Dodge Durango. Good for any kind of family, lots of room, brings the power, and very good towing capability as well. I want to thank you, Patrick, for your time today.
My pleasure, thank you.
And there you go, the 2012 Dodge Durango.
And even more good news from Chrysler. The automaker adds 1,100 jobs to the Jefferson North plant to meet the demands of the diesel Jeep Grand Cherokee. The Chrysler Group says it will hire for a third shift starting in early 2013. Applications are accepted on their website at chryslercareers.com. Positions are likely to start just under $16 per hour. GM is up next at the Auto Show Preview. With recent sales up by 5%, WarrenBiz brings you a sneak preview of GM's Auto Show unveilings. This and much more straight ahead on WarrenBiz.
Darling Day! Darling Day! Cobo!
Welcome back to the 2012 WarrenBiz Auto Show Preview. Now we'll take a look at General Motors. Quality meets luxury with the new Cadillac ATS. Adam Bullis has more.
All right, here we are with Eric Clough, General Motors here. We're talking about the Cadillac here, and it's the ATS version of this. Eric, talk about this ATS version. It's not on the market yet, but it's coming out in 2013. Just give me a little brief summary about this car.
Right, this is off the new small rear-wheel drive architecture, and it's exclusive to Cadillac, and this will be coming out later in 2012 as a 2013 model. And this is aimed squarely at the small luxury sports market. So this is a very light vehicle, and it's a pretty compelling package. The handling is outstanding on it, and we're really excited about having this.
All right, and talk about some of the features that you guys brought into this car. I know you got the other models of this, but the ATS, what sets this different from the others?
Well, this is the smallest Cadillac we've done in a while. It's extremely lightweight. The structure has been honed over a number of years. In fact, there's an example of a lot of interesting uses of alternative materials. There's magnesium engine mounts. There's cast aluminum shock towers in the front. So a lot of innovative weight-saving solutions, and that extends throughout the car. On the interior as well, we use some materials that are lightweight. Door panels, for instance. We watched every gram on this car to make sure it was lightest we could possibly make it. On the interior, there's a lot of innovations, probably the most significant of which is Q, which is the Cadillac User Experience. It integrates the functions of navigation, entertainment, information, and connectivity, along with the instrument cluster and steering wheel controls into one integrated, cohesive unit. And it's very intuitive and easy to use, and really emphasizes the minimal eyes off road and driver distraction. So it's a real leap forward. Uses a lot of interface technologies that you see in iPads and iPhones, multi-touch display, and such. So it's quite a leap forward.
All right, something the viewers want to know too about the price and things like that. Obviously, that's a big concern in gas mileage. And can you give us any tidbits on what that might look like?
Price will be comparable to others in its class, BMW 3 and Mercedes C-Class. We haven't announced price yet. Similarly, in fuel economy, there are 3 engine choices. There's a 2.0-liter turbo that has 270 horsepower, which is one of the highest power per displacement engines available. There's a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder normally aspirated, and there's also a 3.6 V6.
All right, well, there you go. That's the Cadillac ATS, and it'll be out in the summer 2013, correct?
That's right.
All right, well, there it is. Eric Cloud from the Cadillac company here, and Cadillac ATS.
The ATS is set to compete with other luxury sedans like the BMW and the Mercedes-Benz. Up next is a compact crossover from GM. If you like the Buick Enclave, most likely you'll like the 2013 Encore. It was unveiled earlier at the auto show.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the 2013 Buick Encore.
What we have here is a 5-passenger crossover that's designed for people who, you know what, they aren't taking the family around anymore. They're looking for a personal luxury vehicle that they can drive themselves around in, but they're still looking for the luxury that Buick provides with the, the beautiful exterior of the car. They're still looking for the luxury of the interior and the comfort of the interior, nice seats, dual.
It looks a bit like the Enclave, the Buick Enclave.
It's intended to look a bit like the Buick Enclave. The Encore, some people are calling it the Baby Enclave. Okay. I have no problem with that. That's a great name. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's a lot of similarities in design. It's just honestly a smaller version, a more efficient version than the Buick Enclave.
Okay. What are some drawing points that will draw your customer in with this Encore?
Well, when we've shown it to customers up to this point, really there's probably 3 things that people really get excited about. One is the exterior design. People love the Enclave, people love the Encore. So the exterior design is beautiful, especially the color that you see here. From an interior standpoint, the interior is very comfortable, very, very refined. In this particular vehicle, we've got a saddle interior, a very nice color contrasted by the Coco, but you can see the touches of warm wood, you can see the touches of the chrome. If you look at the center stack, you can see the dual zone air conditioning and heating systems. Even the IntelliLink screen on the top. IntelliLink will have is a standard feature that we have on all of our Buicks, and it provides connectivity to your smartphone. So you can stream Pandora, you can stream Stitcher, you can plug in your iPod and play all your music through your IntelliLink screen. It's a standard feature that we'll have on all Buicks in 2013.
Now, are these features all standard with the car, or are these things you get extra?
The IntelliLink is standard. The air conditioning, the chrome, the bright trim that you see, the wood grain trim is all standard. We do on this vehicle, on the Encore, we offer a fabric and leatherette interior. This you see here is a full leather interior. But most of the features that you see on the interior and exterior of the vehicle are all standard features. The Buick Encore, I think, is probably a wonderful combination of luxury, of functionality. People who like crossovers are looking for that high seat height, the all-wheel drive, the space that they've got. So luxury, functionality, and in our case, efficiency, and that's what makes us unique, is the size and the efficiency of this vehicle compared to everything else in the market today.
The Encore is a 5-passenger vehicle and is set to go after younger buyers. The Chevy Sonic RS boasts with 5 stars in safety from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. GM unveiled the new compact car earlier today. Enver Shaplow has more.
Thanks, Wanta. If you're looking for that fun, sporty, smaller size vehicle, we got the perfect car for you. It's the 2013 Chevy Sonic RS. And I'm here with Chevy Marketing Director Christy Landy to tell us a little bit about this vehicle. Christy, just give us a little overview about this new Chevy Sonic.
Oh, sure. Many people are probably familiar with the Sonic. This RS model will be available this fall. It's really exciting. It has some performance enhancements, including a stiffer suspension, which makes it even more fun to drive. It comes standard with our 1.4 turbo and has some exterior and interior elements that add to the sportiness, a unique grille, fog lamps, fascia treatments, those type of things, leather seats, and it comes standard with our MyLink radio system.
And maybe some unique features of this vehicle.
It's got a unique exhaust with a chrome outlet, unique fascia, grille, fog lamps, and leather seating, and some unique interior trim as well.
And we're talking about price. What are we looking at?
We haven't announced the price for this yet. The Sonic starts in the mid-14s. This is going to be our top model here, so it'll be at the top end of our pricing.
And I'm sure gas has got to be tremendous in this thing.
That's right. Well, our 1.4 turbo, you may know, gets 40 miles per gallon on the highway. So it's very fuel efficient and it's very fun to drive.
And when will we see this in dealer showrooms?
You'll see it in dealer showrooms this fall. This RS package is only available on our hatchback model. The Sonic comes in 2 models, a sedan and a hatch.
All right, Christy, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, thank you. It's the 2013 Sonic RS. Back to you, Wanta.
The Sonic RS is expected to go on sale later this year, and GM targets the next generation buyer with 2 upscale but low-cost concept cars. The Chevrolet Code 130R and the True 140S get 40 miles to the gallon and have a 1.4-liter Ecotec engine. Nick Candela has more.
Chevy is really excited about these 2 new youth-driven concept cars, and we have a chance to talk to Ed Wilborn about the 2 concepts. All right, so what can you tell me about these new concept cars you guys got going on here? What's the key demographic you're really trying to go for?
Well, we're really going after a younger customer for Chevrolet. We recognize that appealing to young people is extremely important, and we're developing a series of concept vehicles, and at auto shows we'll have kiosks in place so so that young people can tell us what they're really looking for. Both of these designs are geared towards young people, and we'll see what they think.
And what can you tell us about each of the cars, how they're unique to themselves and then kind of similar to each other?
The thing that's so cool is that they're both obviously Chevrolets in many different ways, but it shows how diverse Chevrolets can be. Both of them are 4-place vehicles, good interior space for 4. One is transverse front drive, and the other one is longitudinal rear drive. And so it's a very different kind of driving experience and all. So that's pretty much what the concepts are all about. And I'm going to have to run.
Not a problem. I appreciate your time. Okay. Thank you very much.
Yep. Both cars have an estimated production price in the low 20,000s. And General Motors beefs up security on the Cadillac Escalade with a series of new security features. So tell us about the Cadillac Escalade. It has a high theft rate, and now you're doing something to help the potential buyers, you know, be at ease with buying this product, and hopefully they can keep it from being stolen. So tell us a little bit about the new security features that are in the new Escalade.
So actually, so what we did do is we've reinforced the steering column, and the new passkey 3 is actually an encoded key system that if you do not have the key that goes with this car, the computer system will not allow the engine to start. Now, we've taken it even a step further than beyond that. If, for example, somebody were to try to put this vehicle up on a trailer, then there's also an inclination sensor in this vehicle now that if this vehicle were to sense that it were being towed, again with the security system enabled, then it will enact the alarm system, but also prevent the engine from being run.
So this new Escalade is a lot less vulnerable to thieves and more appealing to the consumer, hopefully, with the new changes.
Yeah, we hope that will obviously, you know, any time that somebody's vehicle is broken into or stolen, it's obviously a personal violation, and we don't want people to experience that. That's just kind of the broader message of Cadillac. We certainly want to be part of their convenience in their lives. And a lot of these security things that we did add into them were designed to kind of really work behind the scenes so that they don't really have to do a whole lot of crazy pushing buttons and things of that nature. They work very seamless, but they're also the goal is to really continue to keep their lives in a very convenient fashion and not obviously be interrupted by having their vehicle stolen.
With such high theft rates, GM hopes these new security features will help put potential buyers at ease. And Ford Motor Company is flying high with a recent sales increase of 10%. We'll take an inside look at new things to come at Ford with an old classic. Stay tuned. WarrenBiz has the details straight ahead. Ford goes electric with the unveiling of the much-anticipated Focus Electric. Nick Candela has more on this vehicle.
All right, so we're standing now here right in front of the new 2012 Ford Focus Electric. And what is it you can tell me about this car?
Well, this is our first all-electric passenger vehicle that's for sale to the public. It has a range of between 70 and 100 miles, depending on how you drive. It has a 23 kilowatt-hour battery pack on board. It'll charge in 3 to 4 hours if you have the 240 volt charging station, which we offer through Best Buy in partnership with Leviton. It's a great vehicle. It has the fantastic driving dynamics of the base Focus, and it's all electric, so you're not putting any CO2 out into the atmosphere, and you're really helping the planet. And
what demographic are you really trying to sell this car towards? What's the consumer that's going to be buying this?
Well, we're obviously interested in anybody who's looking at becoming more environmentally friendly. Our internal research shows that it would be more of a higher educated, maybe a person with a little higher income as well. But it's all going to depend on somebody's usage pattern. I don't know if there's a specific demographic, but it's a great car for local commuting and whatnot. Somebody who doesn't have a lot of very long trips to drive on, given the range and the recharge time.
Okay, and is there anything else? You mentioned going green as far as the electric battery, but I know a lot of other things have gone into this car by ways of recycling and stuff like that. Is there anything else you can tell me?
Oh yeah, well, first of all, the seats that are standard in the car are actually made out of 100% recycled material. It's recycled pop bottles, actually.
Okay.
So about 22 of those go into each seat cover, so obviously that's very good for the environment. The car itself has, I think, 85% recycled material or content, or recyclable material or content in it. So it's a very environmentally friendly vehicle.
And, you know, obviously there's a few competitors out there. What really sets this car apart from some of its competitors?
Well, I think, well, first of all, there aren't that many all-electric vehicles out there. You know, the Chevy Volt is not all-electric. This one is. And in terms of the main competitor, I think what really sets it apart is, first of all, our charge times are quite a bit less than the main competitor out there, 3 to 4 hours versus 8 hours, you know, for the main competitor. And also just Ford's driving dynamics. The car is very fun to drive. It drives, you know, it handles very well. It's a real car, so we think that really sets it apart from the competition.
All right, well, appreciate your help. And for TV Warren's Biz, I'm Nick Candela. Back to Wanta.
As Ford aims to rebrand the Lincoln name, an elaborate display was dedicated to the Lincoln MKZ concept car. Lori Erla has more.
I'm with Kate Pierce, Consumer Marketing Manager for Lincoln, and we're talking about the Lincoln MKZ concept. And I got to tell you, Kate, this car is just gorgeous.
Thank you so much. We're really excited to be sharing with consumers and the media the new design direction for Lincoln. A bit reminiscent of what's in the past, but completely gorgeous in its new execution. This is what signals the future of things to come.
And something else that I want to talk about, not only this vehicle, but this elaborate display. This isn't just a display, it's actually an experience when you walk up here.
What we're talking about today at Lincoln is the reinvention of an iconic brand. We're talking about a new design directive, but we're also talking about a new consumer experience. And what our clients coming in to experience Lincoln and to shop Lincoln will see in the upcoming years, whether it's being welcomed personally into the stand or seeing design elements that intimate what we see in the car. It's really about bringing this brand to life in a new way.
And what type of people would be most attracted to a brand like this? Who is this car for?
What we're really looking to do is introduce Lincoln to a whole new group of consumers who previously may not have known what we had to offer. These are consumers who are a bit younger than our traditional customer. They're folks who are looking for something different. They're looking for elegant, simplistic design. They're looking for great new technology that makes their lives easier. They're also looking for something that makes a statement about them and about their lives. And when you certainly pull up in a vehicle like this, it definitely makes a statement and brings to life Lincoln in a whole new way.
The Lincoln display is a must-see here at the auto show. For WarrenBiz, I'm Lori Erla. Wanta, back to you.
Ford Motor Company says it's committed to the reinvention of the luxury Lincoln product line. And WarrenBiz always has the most recent networking events. Start the new year off with a plan to get your finances in order. The MSU Extension Center is sponsoring a series for all income levels. The sessions are on Tuesday evenings through the months of January and February at Leaps and Bounds Family Services at the Mount Calvary Community Center in Warren. The series is free and open to the public. Call 586-469-7614 to register. On the next WarrenBiz, development opportunities in downtown Warren are aplenty. We'll have the inside track on how you can get a piece of the action. More WarrenBiz profiles and the latest grand openings, and much more on the next WarrenBiz. I'll leave you with highlights from the 2012 North American International Auto Show. And remember, if you have any questions, comments, or story ideas, send me an email at warrenbiz1@gmail.com or contact the TV Warren Newsroom at 586-258-2053. I'm Wanta Kaufman, and see you next time on WarrenBiz.
Join us as we share our experience with celebrities, the unveilings of vehicles, trends and technology, as well as the dreams renewed.
What an ambitious name for an ambitious car.
the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee. And the timing of this vehicle could not have been better.